Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Steph, owner of Blossom Whole Wellness, and I'm here to bring you another workout today. This one is called one dumbbell, and as the name suggests, we're using one dumbbell because more often than not, everybody's got a random dumbbell that sits at their house. So if you happen to have a random dumbbell, even if it's pretty light, we can still use it. And if you find that you have that random dumbbell and it's too heavy for the things we're doing, drop it, and you can mimic the movements when I get into it. You'll mimic the movements as we're doing them. And some of these movements catered really well to not having any weight either. So no matter what, there will be a way for you to complete this workout. So don't worry about it. And as usual, we don't fight our anatomy here. We don't fight our body types. I'll give you lots of modifications and you do what the version that works the best for you because that's what's the safest for you. So if that sounds fantastic to you, let's get going. We're gonna warm up first. We have 3 movements and we're gonna do 2 rounds of them. So the first one are 5 push-ups. So we're gonna come down to the ground and I have several versions to show you and then you can choose the version that works best for you. The first version is with a box where we're gonna be elevated. You can also use the back of your couch, you can use a step, you can use a bench, a coffee table, you can use anything. And my box happens to have different heights, so you find the height that allows you to look like this. I'm gonna step out. I'm going to bring my hands out just a little bit wider than my shoulders, and I'm going to not do this. That's what we're not gonna do. I'm gonna pull my belly button up into my spine, and I'm gonna push my shoulders out. And then from here, what you do and how low you go is up to you. So watch my elbows. My elbows are gonna stay close to my side, and I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna stay super tight, and I'm gonna keep my head quiet. And the only thing that's really bending will be my elbows. So if you can go lower than that, great. Let's come on down to the ground. We're gonna do these on our knees. And then you can also, for my gals who are experienced push-up gals, you can be out here doing your push-ups, or I will do them down here because the majority of you are gonna be here on your knees. So for that reason, let's do these on our knees. Nothing changes, head stays straight, shoulders stay active, and my belly button stays pulled into my spine, and I'm not doing my push-ups like this, okay? There's gonna be some of you who are gonna feel really called out right now, and that's okay. Don't worry, you're gonna get this. So let's go 5. So 1, the depth that you do for 2 is up to you. 3, this is my default depth. 4, once upon a time I could not do this. 5, so it does not matter what your depth is, that's mine. Okay, tuck-ups. I'm gonna show you what they look like. Zoe is gonna participate as well because she needs to know, you to know that she supports you. So here's a tuck up, here. So my head and shoulders stay up. I'm pulling up through my shoulders. I'm going to look at my thighs. So I tuck in, kick out. Where you tuck in and where you kick out is up to you. So you can be here, you can be here. If you're one of my strong fitness gals, you might be out here. But if you're more comfortable, you can be here. So I'll be somewhere in the middle and you decide where you wanna be. We're gonna do 10 of these. And I'm gonna hold this mic because I know that it gets really scratchy. So I'm going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You decide where you're kicking out for 5. 6, I'm keeping my eyes on my thighs. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now we're gonna do good old-fashioned squats. Now before you panic, I will show you variations of squats, technical things here, so that you can decide what works best for you. These are box squats. You could do these to your couch if you feel more stable with something to target your rear end to. All the things we do for squats are all gonna be the same. It's just where you go, like what you point to, and your depth are gonna be what's individual to you. So hip hinge here. I'm going to drive my hips back. I'm gonna keep my big toes down on the ground and my weight in my heels. So I'm gonna come down, maybe I tap the box, and then come back up. These are box squats. You can do any surface, a chair, a bench, whatever works for you. If you're one of my gals that doesn't need that, maybe you're here, but you're more at the top half of your squat, great, you do that, whatever that looks like. If you don't have the ankle mobility, if you're limited on knee issue because of knee issues, you do the depth and the form with the box that works for you. So here we go. We're gonna go to 15, and down we go for 1. This is my default depth, 2. So do not worry. 3, if you're like, what? Am I supposed to do that? Absolutely not. 4, because I didn't always go this low. 5, I've worked to get to this point. 6, as will you. 7, depending on how your anatomy functions. 8, we're gonna go to 15. 9, 10, you'll notice I'm keeping my head and chest up. Wait, what was that? 11. 12, the bad counting's already started. 13, 14, 15. Okay, so without all the extra demos, let's get back to it. Round 2 here, and last round, I'm gonna come down to my knees because again, as I said, vast majority of my gals are here. So nice big pushed up active back. We're not sagging, not long neutral spine. And here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for those of you who are still trying to catch up and you just got to 5, awesome. Never feel like you have to keep up with me. That is not up to you. So if I'm going too fast at any point, just pause it for a second, catch up, and then come join us. No problem. And also you can comment too if you find that it would be helpful to you if I slow down a little bit. So you can write that in the comments. Tuck ups, here we go. Tuck in to wherever works for you. Head and shoulders are up, gaze is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice how quiet my torso stays for 10. Nope, that's 10. I was just gonna keep going because you know why not. All right, I was gonna do 15, but that's actually the squats. So let's get with the squats here. Now you find the version that worked best for you from the last round, and down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is about the time when I'm gonna have to pull my leggings up for 5, 6, 7. You may be doing the same thing for 8, 9. It's a very valid reason to stop for a second. 10, 11, still going to 15, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Beautiful. Okay. Now, as I promised, this is a single dumbbell movements. All the things we're doing today are all single. So I'm going to show you half kneeling windmills. If you are someone that has to have support under your knee to be in a position like this, you can get something like this off of Amazon. You can literally call it an exercise cushion, or a foam pad is another name for it. I will actually have the link for you in the description because I have quite a few gals that need this for their knees. So you'll put this like this under your knee and come forward. And I'm gonna do this, we will do this with weight, but I'm gonna do the first set without so that you get the hang of the movement before we go weighted with it. These are called half kneeling windmills. So I don't need the cushion, but just wanted you to see what the cushion would look like. But you can put a pillow underneath your knees, that's fine too. Right foot's in front, right arm is going up. So if you're mirroring me, this would be your left side. And now people are calling me and my watch is blowing up. Okay, so we're here, your left leg and arm. And what I'm gonna do is take my opposite hand, the palm, and I'm going to turn my gaze towards my fingers. Palm is going to go down towards the inside of my foot, and I'm gonna rotate. So for those of you who find you don't have a lot of rotation in your torso, we're gonna do that 5 more times. That is okay. Some modifications for this might be for those of you who have shoulder injury, pull your shoulder here. So I'm here and it's in 90 degrees, protecting that shoulder girdle that does not have that extension in it. And then I'm just going to I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna half rotate. The idea is to lubricate the torso. So we're trying to lubricate this whole midline and the spine. So here we go for 3. So I just wanted to give you another heads up. For my more flexy gals, we're gonna come down to our forearm. So we can come down here for those of you who want to, and we'll do one more just to the palm. So you saw 3 different versions. Choose the version that works for you. 6 on the other side. Nothing has changed. We'll get right into it. So my hand, my gazes will turn and rotate towards my left hand, your right side if you're mirroring me. This hand's gonna go to the inside of my left foot, And we're gonna come back to the top. So gaze is coming straight off into the horizon and rotate. This is my side that's pretty stuck. So I don't rotate as well on this side, which is annoying. Such is our body. As I said when we started, we don't fight our anatomy. We figure out what is going on with it and we modify accordingly. What are we at? We're at 5. And then one more. Here we go. And come on back up. Perfect. So now we're gonna use our dumbbell. We will use the dumbbell for the half kneeling windmills when we come back around. And now I have my single dumbbell. I have 2 versions of this for you. So they're called bent over rows. The version that I will do will be different than the modification I show you, and you decide which one works best for you. Here is from the side. My right leg is gonna go back. I'm gonna hip hinge. Notice the long spine all the way to my tailbone. So my right leg is back. It's my right arm that's gonna work. Watch my elbow slide straight up and come straight down. So I would do this for 6. Now, if you're someone that has a back issue or does not feel stable doing a row bent over in the air like that, this is where you can use what you used for your squat, and you can turn it into a tripod row, which looks like this. So now watch. Now I've got a hip hinge, both legs are equal. I have that 3rd point of contact, which supports a back that might not like being free for, like just floating in the air. So then yours would look like, I'm gonna come back a little farther, nice big flat, quiet back, and your row would look like this. Same thing, extra support, okay? So now, you have that option, and now I'm gonna do the bent over in the air version. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, so think nice long neck. 3, big hip hinge. 4, I am loaded in this front leg. 5, full extension of the elbow down. Big pull up. 6. Good, let's switch. I'm gonna do this one from the front so you can see what it looks like from the front. So I switch sides. So I still have the big hip hinge. I'm loading in the other leg. The other arm is working now. So I'm gonna pull my elbow straight up past my side and straight back down. Now watch how this shoulder does not sag. It stays quiet and ends at the same point each time. There we go. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, 6, and down. All right, so we just did bent over rows, 2 variations, and then we just did 3 options for the half kneeling windmills. We're gonna go down into the single, this one's a fun one. This is a single leg, single arm, overhead press, which has lots of options. So I will show you the options, you choose what works for you, and then we'll get to it. Looks like this. So I'm in my right arm, and my right leg is gonna lift, my right knee. So it will look like this. And then I'm gonna come down, tap, and go right back up. Now notice that the priority here is the stability, but also getting that overhead midline position where I'm nice and stacked and stable. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, well, there goes my knee. And then all the way through to my hip. If you're going too heavy, you're gonna be all over the place with this. So your mission is to prioritize a strong, stable overhead position where you can balance as well, okay? So if you do not want to do the leg, then you would just be doing knees bent, belly button pulled in, just a single overhead press. That's great too. So you have those 2 options. The leg is always not the priority if you're new to overhead pressing, okay? It's for my more kind of intermediate gals maybe. All right, 6 per side. Here we go. 1, and you'll notice I stay super quiet. 2, 3, 4, 5, whoop, falling over on that one. And up we go for 6, and then come back down. Good work. All right, we're gonna get right to it. 6 on the other side. You can do the same thing, drop the leg, keep it down, or we can go. It's super common with single side movements, there's 2, to be unstable more so on one side than on another. For various reasons, that's 5, one more. And it does take time to equalize the sides as much as possible to equalize those sides. All right, that was round one. If you would like some water, pause, grab some water really quick. I have my water off camera. I am going to grab my water. So if you would like to keep going, then let's go. I'm gonna drink a little sip here. Okay, let's go. Coming down onto our knee, I ended on my left side, which would have been your right side. So I'm going to start on my left side, your right side, if you're mirroring me. All right, here we go. So there's one, and back up. Here's two. So you'll notice that my shoulder bone, this humerus, has to rotate in the shoulder joint in order to accommodate the movement of this movement pattern. So there's five, one more. So it rotates to keep stable and straight up and down, and then the whole thing rotates back. All right, other side. So you'll notice, if you're paying attention to my super observant girlies, some of you will notice I was really stiff on that side. You will notice a huge difference if you're paying attention, but really you should be paying attention to you. But if you notice, super stiff on that side. This side, all day. But left side. So, here we go. I can actually go all the way down on this side. My dang left side is a hot disaster. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. Good job. Here's five. Good, and six. And again, didn't say this at the top of the second round, but you could dump the weight. You never have to use the weight for any of this. If you don't feel stable, dump the weight. That's always the priority. The priority is good quality movement patterns, not how heavy you can lift and how you can try and do everything I'm asking you to do and be super unstable. That is not important. I don't want you to prioritize being unstable. All right, we're gonna work on stability slowly over time. Here we go. So I finished on my left side for the overhead, single leg, single arm. We're gonna do that again. Here we go. One, woo, tap it down. Two, see, even us instructors sometimes are all over the place. Three, four, I am keeping my elbow facing forward. Five, and six. Good work, switch it up. And same thing, here we go. One, tap it down. Two, tap it down. Three, good job. Four, good job. Five, elbows still pointing forward. And six, slowly up, slowly down. Good work, okay. I just realized I missed the row. So we're gonna do the row. For those of you who are screaming, she missed something, you're not wrong. I just realized I missed the row. So here we go. I am gonna do the tripod version. For those gals who didn't quite get the first time around when I was showing you. So for those of you who are gonna do this version, that's what it looks like. But for my gals who need modifications, I'm gonna do the modification with you so you can watch it and do it with me. All right, I'm gonna start with my right arm back, my right leg back, right arm working, and my hand is gonna be on my surface, whatever that surface is that you're using, and I'm gonna make a little space. So I'm gonna step back a little. So I'm not gonna start here, I'm gonna start with my back nice and active, shoulders are level with each other, and I'm gonna pull. One, two, three. Notice how my elbow, four, goes straight up. Five, like strings on a marionette elbow. Six, good job. All right, switch sides here. So don't panic if I forget a movement. I do it in my classes all the time. And usually one of them is gonna say something to me. And since there was nobody to say, hey, you forgot this thing. So don't panic, I don't usually skip it entirely. Somebody tells me usually. So I did in this case, I told myself in this case. All right, so here we go. And one, two, three, nice and quiet in that upper back. Four, big hip hinge. Five, six, and slowly down. All right, there it is. Now we're done with round two. All right, if you would like some water, get some water, put it on pause and do that. Or if you would like to just keep going, well, let's keep going. All right, half kneeling windmills. If you need your cushion or your pillow or whatever you're gonna put your knee on, go for it. Otherwise, let's get going. All right, so I started and now I'm gonna finish this whole thing on my right side, right arm up. And here we go. There's 1. For my forearm gals, 2. Nothing changes other than you just have more mobility in your hip that allows you to come down. 3. Keeping this super stacked. 4. Here's 5. And last one, nice and slow, nice and controlled, even though you're probably getting a little tired right about now. This is when we have to prioritize slow and stable instead of just rushing through to finish it. All right, other side, last side, my stiffest side. And like I said, we work with our anatomy. Here we go. Good, there's 1. Here's 2. So this humerus, this long arm bone is rotating. 3 to keep you stacked over here. 4. Here's 5. And 1 more time. And 6. Good job. All right, I'm gonna go back to the row, the kind of rowing in the air version. And if you need your box, your bench, your whatever, grab it and do your tripod version. No matter what, you're doing the work. It doesn't matter what modification you choose. They're all important and they all are valuable. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's go to it. Nice and quiet in the upper back. 1, 2, I'm gonna turn sideways a little bit so you can see. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then slowly back down. Okay, there's that. Oh, I need that. We're gonna do, I don't know why I put that down. So single arm. So I'm gonna start with my left side just to get crazy. So left arm, left leg, here we go. Okay, and up we go. 1, and slow. 2, and I'm a mess on this side today. 3, and 4. Great job. I know things are getting tired. 5, and 6. Good work. All right, switching to the other side. You might be mirroring me, so you'll be on your left side now. All right, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and big push, slow descent for 6. Okay, there's 3. We did it. Well done. All with 1 dumbbell or body weight, should you have preferred that. And then we're gonna go to B. So now's a good time to pause for a sec, get some water, and then come back. We'll be here waiting for you. I'm gonna get some water. And then I'm gonna show you, now we're heading into our legs and our midline. So we're still gonna use a single dumbbell for 2 of those 3 movements, and I will of course have modifications along the way for you. Okay. So, alternating lateral lunges. So let me show you these without weight, and then I will show you them with weight. So alternating lateral lunges, I'll show you face on and I'll go sideways. I am going to start my feet together and I'm going to lift my right leg, your left leg, and I'm gonna go this way. And I'm going to watch how I load. I'm gonna step out, feet are parallel, and I'm going to push this hip back and over. So I end up looking like this. All 5 toes are pressed into the ground. My chest is tall. How does your chest stay tall? I am going to push my butt down to do it. So my butt's not like this. I'm here. And then I'm gonna stand up. And now we're gonna go big that way as well. I have a super broken toe, so I'm gonna be a little ginger on this side, just FYI. All right, so here we go. Big step. And now I'm still gonna load this hip. And here I go. Chest is tall. And I'm together this way. So we're gonna do alternating 1, 2, 3. So that's without weight. To do this in any way that fits your body, could be, the depth is going to be your determinator. Determinator, that's not even a thing. A determinant here. So I'm going to step out and you could stop here. Great. You're still loading everything. You're still hip hinging and then you're pushing. Or you could be one of my big girlies that can come all the way down here. That is up to you. That did not feel great on my toe. Okay, here we go. So if you're gonna do this with weight, This is where having a heavy dumbbell can sometimes be tough. So feet are together. I'm gonna go to the right here and let's go. So we're gonna go 10. So here's 1, feet together, step out. Here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Keep your chest super tall, regardless of which version you're doing. 8, butt down, chest up. 9, just like a squat. It's half of a squat. And 10. Okay. Now we're gonna do this without weight, the thing we're doing next. So that was goblet lateral lunges. Now we're gonna do single leg bridge dead bugs. I have some variations for you, so you can decide which one works best for you. And that is going to be this option here. Okay. So one foot's gonna be down on the ground and your butt's gonna be up. So I'm gonna show you the movement and then I'll break it down. So I am here and my one leg is up. Butt is up, leg is up. And what's gonna happen is I'm going to pull in and then kick out. These are dead bugs. Pull in, kick out. Head and shoulders are down on the ground. They look just like this. Now, if keeping a single leg bridge is very difficult for you and you cannot perform the dead bug, the priority is the dead bug. So drop your butt, belly button and rib cage are going to zip together, and then you will just do this, oops, sorry, coordination. Here we go, we found it. And you will do one side at a time for 10. So you have 2 options, and where you kick out, like the tuck-ups, for the dead bugs is totally up to you. All right, here we go. So we're gonna come up, if you're choosing to come up, and I'm going to bring this leg up, and I'm gonna tuck in, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, keep those hips up. 6, which is hard to do when you're doing something else as well. 8, 9, did I skip 7? Oh well. 10, now, the challenge. Bring your feet together, keep your butt up, switch. And now we're gonna do it. If you needed to take a break between, by all means, please take a break in between. Here's 3, I just happen to not. 4, but you can. 5, 6, 7, going to 10, 8, keep going, 9, and 10. Bring your feet together, then lower your tush. All right, what is next? Dumbbell sumos. So the sumos I'm gonna show you are the good old fashioned, old school gym sumos before people got really excited about kettlebells. So I'm going to show you the way we all used to do sumos with a dumbbell in 20 million years ago. So you have 2 options here. You can hold it this way and bring your sumo out to a point that's a little bit wider than your air squat. So none of this Jane Fonda nonsense where biomechanically we're destroying our hips. Bring your feet in. So this is my squat spot space. It's basically 1 step out on each side for your sumo. You have a whole bunch of ways you can hold this thing. For those of you who don't want to do this with weight, this will be what you're going to do. Or you can drop your hands down and do them like this, like you're holding something. So that's option A. Option B is to hold it like this. Good old fashioned way. The old school super way was this way. The other way is to hold it, stack like this, and then hold it just like that. So you have 3 different ways you can hold this thing. It is fine whichever way you choose, depending on the size of your hands, is usually the determining factor, or you can do it without. So you really have 4 different ways. This is my preferred way, okay? Here we go, we got 10. And down we go. Let your feet turn out however they would like. Here's 2, chest stays super tall for 3, butt goes down, chest stays up. 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm just dropping straight down. 8, 9, and 10. Good work. That was round 1. All right, so a goblet lateral lunge. So we're gonna go back to either you can do this weighted or unweighted. It's tough regardless, so you choose what works best for you. I tend to hold my dumbbells like this. That's up to you. Some people prefer it like this. I find this really inefficient. This is me, okay? All right, here we go. And 1, other side, 2, other side, 3, and 4, and 5, chest stays up, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, chest stays tall, keep your gaze up, and 10. All right, we can ditch the bridge. Sorry, the bridge is next. We're gonna ditch the dumbbell is what I meant to say. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn a little bit of it from a different direction so you can see, depending on how visual you are as learners. So instead of being perpendicular to the camera, I'm gonna be more diagonal so you can see in case you're someone who needed a different angle. Okay, so I'm going to lift my butt. Remember, you can keep your butt down for this one too. That's up to you. So we're gonna tuck in, kick out for 1. For those of you who want a more advanced version 2, you can actually use a band. 3, wrap it around your foot and then hold on to it with your legs. 3, we do that version in class a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm keeping my rib cage really tucked down. What are we on? 8, 9, and 10. Now, challenge. Bring your feet together, keep your butt up, lift, and tuck in, out for 1, 2, 3. If you're starting to kind of fall apart a little bit in the quality of the form, 5, then just drop down to your butt mid-set and do the regular dead bugs this way. I think, what is that, 8? Here's 9, and here's 10. So just so you know, you can always change your mind mid-set, and you do not have to complete the whole set as we're doing it. Drop down to one of the modifications, okay? Just in case you didn't know that that was okay to do that. It's your workout. You do what you want. Isn't that the beauty of things? You do what you want. All right, sumos. So, we're playing a leapfrog game with this mic. Okay. So, sumos. This is my preferred way. You may decide to go that you didn't like doing it with weight last time and you want to go body weight. Beautiful, totally up to you. If you have access to different weights and you felt like the dumbbell that you used wasn't particularly heavy, you can also go up and get a heavier dumbbell. That is also something you're allowed to do. It's your workout, man. You can do, it's an ascending ladder. That's what it's called. So here we go, 10, chest up, butt down. 1, 2, some of you may find your hips are really tight. 3, that's super common with this one. 4, so again, don't fight your anatomy. 5, go down to the point where 6, you can still feel a good engagement of the right muscles, inner thighs, butt, quad, but you're not sacrificing form. That's 9, 1 more. And 10, woohoo, that's 2. All right, get some water. Also, if you're on a rubber floor and you have a dumbbell, like let it drop a little because that is really satisfying and it makes you feel awesome. So, you know, in case you heard that thunking in the background, it just feels good, especially when you're working really hard. Okay, we're gonna do one more round here. In my classes, I always encourage my gals, depending on the appropriateness and what the movement is, to let them go safely, of course, let them bounce a little bit with control. And they love the sound of it. It feels very good. And it's more satisfying when it's a heavier dumbbell that you've worked really hard to get to. All right, all that to say, let's go. Okay, so lateral goblet, lateral lunges, 10, last 10. And we're gonna start with our feet together, chest up, butt down, let's go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost done. For those of you who are like, dear Lord, these are hard. Yes, yeah, that's about right. You're allowed to think that. You can even say it out loud. That was 10. And now we're gonna do our, oh dear me, last set of the single leg bridges with the dead bug. And as I said before, feel free to drop down onto your backside and then bring your feet up and you'll do a good old fashioned dead bug that way. So, like I said, change your mind mid-set if you need to. Prioritize quality of form, not doing it just for the sake of doing it because Steph says so. Steph says a lot of things. You don't have to do them all. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start on the leg opposite what I normally start on. I'm gonna pull my heels closer and up we go. Tuck in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last time, 10. If you can, full extension. Bring your feet together. Lift your other foot. Tuck in the knee to the hands and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep those hips up. 7. You can do it. 8, 9, and 10. Keep your butt up. Feet together. Slowly down. Okay, sumos are our last thing here. And then we have a last section of this workout that's a lot of fun midline work. So, sumo deadlifts, or, well, it's kind of sumo dead bug. Oh my word, my brain just froze. I'm sorry, you guys. Dumbbell sumos. God, that just got worse and worse when I tried to fix it. Okay, anybody else have a menopause brain that totally gets me right now? Okay, let's go. 1, chest up. 2, butts down. 3, all your toes, particularly your big toes. Push them against the bottom of your shoes or to the ground if you're barefoot. 6, 7, 8. There is a connection between your toes and the fascia and the connection to your pelvic floor. 10, so we want to keep our toes engaged. So don't let them lift. Keep them pressed down. Okay, that was 3 sets. So you now have done 2, 5 sets, 8 sets of work. So now we're about to do, 8 sets of work. We're about to finish up with 10 sets of work because we have 10, 11 sets of work. Can't do math. We have 3 rounds, 2 movements. They are very midline specific, and you're gonna see what I mean by that. So just as a quick note, if you've never seen my other videos, the midline is this whole entire thing. Basically from like your collarbones all the way down to the coccyx, your tailbone, and your pubic bone. So it's this whole trunk area. So we wanna make sure it's all stable, it's all strong, and that it has the endurance to help you stand tall and have good posture. So arm haulers help us do that. They look like this. I'm gonna take this mic off because otherwise it sounds terrible because you have to listen to me breathing into it. So it looks like this. Okay, so I am going to lift my knees up, squeeze the crud out of your butt and low back muscles. My forehead is gonna be looking down and my hands are gonna start together and I'm gonna look like this. So chest and shoulders are up, everything is elevated, sweep around. Here's 2, 3, 4, for those of you, 5 who need to, drop your feet. And 6, you can do these with your feet down. 7, especially if you start to feel anything that doesn't feel great. 8, 9, 10, all the way back to the top to complete the rep. That was your arm haulers. That works what's called your posterior chain. So the whole backside of the kinetic chain. So the fancy name is posterior chain. Okay, so we did bridge dead bugs. Now we're about to do side lying knee to elbow, which can be done with a band, which we do commonly in class. Looks like this. We're gonna start like this. So I'm gonna have my shoulder over my elbows, and I'm going to start hip stacked, knees stacked, and I'm going to lift up and extend this leg. At the same time, I'm going to extend my arm. I'm going to draw my elbow to my knee. So side plank, knee to elbows. So we're gonna go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. So if you find 10 is too many reps for you on that one, feel free to do 5 or 6 or 7. You don't have to go to 10 just because I am. If you find your form goes to garbage at 4, then rock 4 good ones. and then wait till we're done, and then pick up with us and do the next 4. You never have to do all 10 of them. Just wanna be super clear about that. You have lots of control over these workouts. All right, shoulder stacked over elbow, hips stacked over each other, knees stacked over each other. I'm going to lift and extend the whole top appendages, and we're gonna tuck the knee to the elbow. 2, 3. For anybody who wants a little more of a challenge, 5. You can do it with just your elbow up. Those of you who need a little extra bracing, hands down, that's 7. 8, I tend to do it with just my elbow. 9, so in case you're wondering why I'm doing it that way and why that seems really hard, you can bring your arm down. I didn't bring that up initially, I forgot, so sorry. Okay, back to arm hollers. All right, so that was round 1 of 3, so we have 2 more to go. So here we go. If you did not find that the arm hollers were something you could do particularly well, you can drop the legs and still have all the same posture here, so long neck, forehead is looking down, and instead of sweeping all the way around, you can do W's. They're a PT trick or physical therapy trick, and they look like this. So I'm gonna get into, this is the top of the W. I'm going to lift, and then everything taps down. Lift, it'll sort of look like I'm skydiving, and tap, lift and tap. So that's your modification should you find the arm hollers are just too much, okay? So now I'm gonna do arm hollers since I'm here in this diagonal position, and let's go. So you can do the W's with us. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Okay, so since I started on with my right side working, I am going to switch to have my left side working. And here we go. So shoulders stacked over the elbow, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, lift and extend. And 1, going to 10. 2, unless you need to do less. 3, then by all means do less. 4, 5, remember, don't sacrifice form. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Full extension to finish it. And now we switch. Other side. Same thing, stack, stack. Hips, knees stacked. Lift and extend and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woohoo! That's 2 rounds. If you find you're sort of spent and this is the last, really that was sort of the last bits you had in the tank, don't feel like you have to do the 3rd set. Again, prioritize good quality mechanics and movement patterns over finishing it just for the sake of finishing, okay? I can't stress that enough. You stop when you need to. All right, so again, you either have the W's to do or you can do the arm haulers. All right, I'll do the W's just to show it, do it with you in case you need it. So I'll turn a little sideways here and then let's go. So my head is the top of the W, elbows are at my sides. I'm going to lift knees and feet up, forehead is down, and we're gonna go. We're gonna lift. 1, the rest of you folks can be doing arm haulers. 2, I'm just making sure to hit all populations. 3, 4, 5, I'm really lifting and squeezing my shoulder blades together at the top for 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze those butt cheeks, and 10. Good work. Okay, you did it. That was 3. So you just did a lot of sets, and that was awesome. And a lot of rounds of things. And we hit the upper body, the lower body, and we hit some midline in there in between as well. So hopefully you found this workout so fun and sweaty, and you found the modifications helpful. You found the different ways that you can do movement patterns differently. And if it changed a way that you think about a movement pattern or about how you approach fitness, then I'd love for you to like and subscribe to the channel. Like this workout, share these things with your friends and family by all means, because I'd love more women to see what fitness can look like when it's done well and safely and with experienced coaches. And then you can also go to my Blossom Whole Wellness Instagram as well, or Facebook. I don't like Facebook, but you could go there anyway. And you can see more content. So I hope to see you again. And in the meantime, I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you.